What are you singing, Sarah?
Oh, and I'm singing Puro di Cesti and it's composed or something by Antonio Lotti.
I did my undergraduate, now I'm from California. You would never guess by the way I speak that I'm from California, but I am. I'm from San Francisco, and I spent 9 years living in Texas, and I very affectionately call it my adult formative years, and I picked up a very severe West Texas accent when I was living in scenic downtown Cisco, Texas. And basically, any sort of regional accent tends to be a combination of lazy habits. Oh, and in West Texas, they tend to not move their jaw and they hardly move their lips. And that's how we get this. And my kids, when I taught in the public school system, Miss White, I was like, W-A-I-T-E, how many vowels are in that word? Miss White. And I talked just like them. And then I went to grad school. And I stood up at my grad school audition, and I said, "Good afternoon, my name is Claudia White, and I would like to sing Dove Sono e Bei Momenti from the Nuts by Mozart." And the woman I wanted to study with said, "Try again." Try again. My name is Claudia White. I started channeling Leontine Price, I don't know. But the point she was trying to make with me is those things that are most familiar to us, just like I was talking about your needs, the things that are most familiar to us, those things that I affectionately call my nanny blankets, the thing that are most comfortable and familiar and comforting are generally our worst habits. So for you to when you talk like that, which I don't have a problem with at all, it's a regionality, and it's going to help you in the long run understand vowels a whole lot better because you have a whole lot more vowels going in that accent than the rest of the world has going. Okay? So once you sort of separate that down and distill that out and understand what it is that comprises, I almost said compromises, I was like, that was not the word I wanted, that comprises an accent, you can pull it apart and use it to your benefit Or you can allow it to be the only thing you do and allow it to be a bad habit that will, well, I don't want to say a bad habit because it really qualifies it, but it's one of those things that when you're most stressed situation, those vowels are going to creep into your singing. Make you stand a little bit more still, and there's going to be no hands in this aria. No hands.
Was I doing this?
Don't gesture. Don't tell me where the note's going. Don't tell me what the count is. And it's going to be, the body's going to be really still. And I'm just going to have this column working in here. Now, pardon me. Do you do any Pilates or yoga or any of that kind of exercise? Have you?
Not regularly.
Not regularly? Have you ever done it? Okay. So I'm going to throw out a few terms and then I'm going to explain them. So, both yoga and Pilates are all about holding poses that require a great deal of strength and at the same time breathing. You can't do yoga without breathing. You can't do Pilates without breathing. So think about this. You have 7 layers of muscle in your abdomen. 7 layers. They tend to be like flank steak. They're long, skinny, flat muscles with striations in it. Okay? Does that give you a visualization? Think 6-pack abs. Okay? Not that I have one.
I don't either.
Well, it's okay. So think about that 6-pack ab. That is the most topical of those muscles. That muscle has an insertion point at your sternum bone and down at your pubic bone. It's a really long, long muscle. Now, if I contract that muscle, just like I contract my bicep, if you contract your bicep, where do you feel all the energy of it? You don't feel it in this insertion point or in this insertion point. You feel it right in the middle of the muscle. So if I contract this big, long muscle in the middle of my body, what's the activity going to look like? Contract it right in the middle, right near your belly button. What's going to happen to your body?
I feel like I'm holding my breath.
Well, and really, if you really contract it, you're basically doing a crunch.
Okay.
Right? You're contracting it together, you're dropping the ribs into the waist. So think of it as being, you're going to make up a bed and you don't have a fitted sheet. All you got is a flat sheet. And you're going to smooth it out from the middle to the ends and tuck it in. So if you do that with this muscle here, if this is the middle, spread it out from end to end, what you going to get?
You want to do it now?
Yes, but do it with that muscle. Does that make sense? With this muscle.
Okay.
Stretch this muscle end to end. This way. All of a sudden, you got your rib cage off your waist. The girls are sitting a little higher, not to be embarrassing, but yes, all of a sudden you get an extra inch of height. So, and you feel like this activity coming back to the spine. I'm sorry, you're ticklish? Sorry, don't mean to. So you got all this activity going on in your core towards the spine. Now, what I want you to do, I'm going to put my thumbs right at the base of your rib cage, and I want you to take the same kind of breath that I asked Josh to take with this activity, belly button towards spine. And the hard thing is what you're going to want to do from hearing me describe this is go, okay, nothing can move. I can't, I'm all tucked in tight and I can't breathe, I can't do anything, I'm stuck. It's very active, it's very fluid. It's just what I wanted to do is not allow it to be a belly breath. Does that make sense? So you're going to tuck that belly button, you're going to feel like you're pulling it, sewing it right to your spine, and I'm going to pick whatever your most favorite flavor in the world is, your most favorite scent, and I want you to sniff it in like you could almost taste it. Keeping this muscle activated. Focus. Now, can you leave the shoulders out of that breath? Here we go. Try it again for me. So first off, you're going to have to activate this belly. Okay? And now put the breath right where my finger is. Better. Now, what I want you to do, try this for me. There's 2 ways to do this. I can either use the nasal breath, or I can use, you're going to feel as if you are sucking the thickest milkshake you've ever encountered in your life through a straw. It's a breath that they use in Pilates. It's a yogic breath as well. Sounds silly. Okay. Here we go. Same story. Tuck that belly button. So I want to feel this activity here. I'm not trying to tickle you. And suck that breath in. And how much longer were you able to breathe? And you feel this expansion you get here? Now,